Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share my 10 mindset habits for living a slower and more intentional life. For me, embracing a slower and more purposeful lifestyle is something I've been working on for a long time, and it has made a huge difference in how I feel. These habits have helped me slow down, reduce stress by not trying to do everything, and create more time for the things I truly enjoy. Before we dive in, grab yourself a cup of hot tea and let's get into it. The first rule is something I love because it saves me time, money, energy, and space every single day. I call it enough is enough. Enough is enough means making a conscious decision to say, I have enough of this, and stop looking for more. This idea can apply to anything in your life. For example, with my wardrobe, I've decided I have enough clothes. I'm satisfied with what I own, so now I no longer shop for more. I walk past stores without feeling the need to check out sales. I ignore online ads. I only consider buying something if I truly need it, and that has freed up a lot of time and energy. It's the same with books. I used to constantly look for new ones, but now I've decided to finish the ones I already have before buying more. It might seem small, but when you stop searching for things you don't need, you free yourself from the constant pull of consumerism. You're no longer swayed by online ads or promotions, and life feels a lot simpler. By making a clear decision to stop looking for more until something is truly missing, it simplifies everything. Recently, I've been valuing the process over progress in my life. When I was younger, I was a perfectionist. Learning to let go of perfectionism, the phrase progress over perfection was very helpful. It's about improving a little bit each day rather than demanding perfection. However, focusing solely on progress can be restrictive and anxiety-inducing. It often feels like we need to constantly move forward or achieve more. For example, my yoga practice has been slow. I started with little flexibility and strength, and while I've made progress, I'm still working on certain poses. Instead of asking, am I making progress? I now ask, am I enjoying the process? Enjoying the journey naturally leads to improvement over time without the pressure of constant comparison. Habit number 3 is something I discovered while recovering from burnout, and it has worked wonders ever since. The idea is that empty time is just as valuable as scheduled time. Looking at your calendar, you might see work, appointments, and meetings with empty slots waiting to be filled. I stopped doing that. Instead, I treat free time like an appointment with myself, to rest, have fun, or do whatever I need in the moment. For example, if I have plans on Saturday and someone asks about Sunday, I say my weekend is full. Sunday is my me time, where I recharge for the week ahead. Rather than seeing it as free space for more tasks, I give it the same importance as any other commitment. How much time you need is personal, but the key is recognizing that empty time has value on its own. Habit number 4 is when life speeds up, you slow down. This is because when life gets hectic, I instinctively start moving faster. My breath shortens, my actions become hurried, and I feel an urgent need to race through my to-do list. It's as though the faster I move, the more chaotic life becomes, leaving me feeling even more overwhelmed and stressed. But now, when I catch myself rushing like this, I deliberately make the choice to slow down. I pause, take 3 deep breaths, which only takes about 30 seconds, and even if I feel like I don't have that time, I force myself to do it. Immediately, I can feel some of the tension lift, and that calmness stays with me throughout the day. Another thing I've started doing is slowing down while eating. If I've had a busy day, I tend to eat quickly without savoring the food. But when I notice this, I pause, take a sip of water, and remind myself to enjoy each bite. It's incredible how much more relaxed I feel, and it brings a sense of mindfulness to an otherwise hurried day. Little moments like these remind me that when life is rushing, I have the power to slow it down. A simple but powerful rule is creating a not now zone. This could be a certain time of day, part of the week, or even a specific moment, like Sunday mornings, where everything is paused for a while. For example, after work, once dinner is done and cleaned up, if there are no pressing chores or plans, I decide this is my not now zone. From that point until the next day, everything can wait. I don't need to worry about decisions, chores, or unfinished tasks. They can all wait until tomorrow. I often tend to overthink, and even when I have downtime, my mind keeps spinning if there's no clear boundary. Without a not now zone, I find myself worrying or planning instead of fully unwinding. That's why this zone is essential. It helps me safeguard my mental space and reminds me I'll deal with it tomorrow. As adults, we often push ourselves to stay on all the time, but it's important to allow ourselves the grace to rest. Creating a not now zone can help you relax and recharge, so you'll feel more ready to tackle whatever comes next. The next habit: take time to set up a peaceful and comfortable space in your home where you can truly relax and reflect. Choose a corner, such as a reading nook, a spot on the balcony, or even a part of your bedroom. Decorate this area with elements that make you feel at ease, like soft cushions, cozy throws, and gentle lighting from a table lamp or scented candles. Additionally, arrange a few of your favorite items, such as books, artwork, or small plants, to create a warm and inviting atmosphere. Ensure this space remains quiet and free from disturbances, including noise from outside or electronic devices. Spend time each day sitting or lying in this space, practicing mindfulness, reading, or simply reflecting on what's happening in your life. This area will help calm your mind, reduce stress, and enhance your clarity, allowing you to start each day with renewed energy and balance. I've been reflecting on whether I am truly opening up to those around me. While focusing on minimalism and slow living can sometimes lead us to withdraw, it's crucial not to let this simplicity lead to loneliness. As someone who enjoys finding time for myself, I still need to recognize the importance of connecting with others. Ask yourself if you're maintaining contact with friends and loved ones, and if you're showing them that they still matter in your life. Remember, slow living isn't about being alone. It's an opportunity to nurture relationships and make your life more fulfilling. Don't hesitate to open up, share, and maintain the important connections in your life. The next habit is follow what feels right. I make decisions, especially big ones, based on what feels right to me. I do things because I love them, not because I have to, or because it's what I've always done. Slowing down and living with more purpose has helped me reconnect with myself and trust my intuition. If something feels right, I follow it. If something feels wrong, I pay attention. Trusting your instincts makes it easier to live life your way and choose what brings you joy and value. In your career, for example, ask yourself, do you want a promotion because it'll make you happy or just because it's expected? The same applies to big life choices, whether to have kids, where to live, or relationships with family and friends. These are important decisions, so it's okay to take your time and choose what feels right for you. Even if people mean well when they give advice, their perspective is always biased by their own experiences. They don't know you as well as you know yourself. So even if the advice is good, it might not feel right for you, and that's okay. Saying no can be tough because it often brings up feelings of guilt or fear of disappointing others. We might hesitate to decline invitations or requests because we feel we should want to participate or we don't want to upset anyone, especially if they're demanding or difficult. However, with only 24 hours in a day and limited energy, saying yes to everything, particularly things we don't enjoy or don't have time for, can lead to burnout. Over time, I've learned that saying no becomes easier. Though I still feel guilty at times, I've realized that no is as valid as yes. For instance, if a colleague frequently asks you to take on extra projects that disrupt your work-life balance, saying no can help you focus on your main tasks and prevent burnout. By setting boundaries and saying no, you free up time and energy to invest in your own priorities and well-being. This doesn't mean you should never help others, but consider whether saying yes costs you more than it benefits them. If it does, then saying no might be the wiser choice. Finally, an essential habit for intentional living is organizing your living space. Creating a tidy and well-organized environment helps reduce clutter and fosters a positive living atmosphere. When everything has its place, you not only save time and energy, but also feel more mentally at ease. Start by decluttering and keeping only the items you truly need or that bring you joy. Use smart storage solutions like bins and shelves to keep things neatly arranged. Establish a clear sorting system to make finding what you need easier and maintain order over time. By doing this, you not only create a more pleasant living space, but also enhance your sense of satisfaction and tranquility. A well-organized home is the final step in your journey toward intentional living, helping you focus on what truly matters and enjoy life more fully. I'd love to hear what you think about living with more purpose. Share your thoughts in the comments so we can continue the conversation. If you found this video helpful, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. To discover more mindset habits for a simpler and happier life, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.